This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
In our Global Coherence Pulse month-long experience. Don't worry, this isn't the last time that you'll see us, but this is the last one in the intensive that we scheduled throughout the month of August. And we're really excited to be here tonight. And it is going to be a fun evening, heartwarming, lots of great music, an opportunity for us to meet some of our community members who have been joining us throughout the Pulse. And we're really excited that you're here. My name is Teresa Collins. I'm one of the co-founders of the Global Coherence Pulse. And what we saw in that video, what we've been doing together, is that we've been experimenting, we've been experiencing, we've been modeling what happens when a group of people and organizations come together around a single purpose. And that purpose is to cultivate greater heart coherence in our lives and join together and pulse the planet with this energy as a way for us to create more of a healthy and balanced and thriving life and world. So I'm going to share my screen just for a few minutes so that we can kind of take a quick review of what we've been through over the last month. If you're coming on Zoom and you've been on all of the sessions or you've been through many of them, please let us know. If you're out on Facebook, same thing. If you're on the Islands of Coherence, please put your name and where you're calling in from, and if you've joined us for these throughout the month. And we'll just do a quick review before we begin our session today, which is going to be really fun, as I said. So I'm just going to get my screen share set up. So we began this month with our Global Coherence Day, which was the second Global Coherence Day. We had one last year at a retreat at 1440, where we celebrated the first one. We were together. And we weren't able to gather together this year because of the COVID. So we decided that we still wanted to carry this tradition on. So we're carrying that forward, and we had a day where we had 3 different events. And if you guys were on it, you might remember. We had Roland McCready joining us from HeartMath. We had Claudia Wells. We had our friends from Coherence Hotspot, who's been hosting our integration groups after the morning sessions. And we had Manoz, who we brought back tonight. We're going to get to spend some more time with him. And we started by claiming our coherence, which is claiming our natural state of coherence, which puts us into harmonious relationship with the earth, the magnetic field of the earth, and the whole of life. And then we moved to deepen our relationship to the science behind coherence. And we brought in Nassim. We had a really fun time with him and Marshall Lefferts. We brought in Andrea Malone from Art Crystal, who did our meditation that day, and Cornflower. And guess what? We brought Cornflower back again today too. So we get to hear more from him, another one of our favorite artists. And then we moved on to a live music session with Just Magic and the crew, live from Bali. Really beautiful experience with them. A lot of great singing. We brought lots of members of the community in. We had a nice little dance party. It was really a true celebration. And that opened up for this month-long experience where we invited people who wanted to make a commitment for a month to really practice cultivating greater heart coherence. And we've been doing that every week since. We did skip a week, and I just want to thank you all for your kindness and your prayers for those of us who got evacuated because of the fire. And so we took a break, though we had a breakout group, which was really lovely. And here's our last session. So it's been quite a journey. And so let's go through some of what we got to see. We had, so we formed an island coherence, and our goal throughout the entire month was to pulse the planet with heart-centered coherence. And I don't know about you, but every single session we've been on and all the days in between, I've really been feeling us joining together, and I feel like we've had a huge impact. So we were guided in this process first by, remember, Greg Braden really opened up the space for us and really brought us into some of the basic practices that from HeartMath. And then we had Marshall Lefferts, Causing Harmony, I remember, and Maria Stark, who, guess what? Maria's back with us tonight. We really have some fun artists with us. And then we brought in Jude Curvin and Jane Corbett and Kristen Hoffman. I know she was one of my favorite musicians. Every time she sang, that voice really opened my heart up. And guess what? We also have Kristen Hoffman is featured in the video that we have from Bella Gaia. And then we had Joe Dispenza and Roland McCready, who had a really wonderful conversation about the connection between heart and brain coherence. All of these are available for you on the Islands of Coherence website. So if you didn't get to see them, you can go back and do that. And then we had a wonderful panel of women, Kimberly Carter Gamble from Thrive, and that movie's coming out in less than, I think, 20 days. And Naima Lightseed, Shiloh Boss, and Entheo. And we had that was the day that we had been evacuated. It was a very tender day. I think that was a powerful, powerful session. And then again, we had some fun with Just Magic and True Osborne and the crew in Bali once again for some celebration. So these are the weeks that we've had really powerful events. And we also had surveys that we've been filling out. And look what you guys said when we asked you, what was your inner experience during the pulse? Look at how beautiful this mandala is. And we really get a sense of connection and peace and love and heartfelt energy experience. Really beautiful to see the kind of energy that we've been generating together. And then this morning, we had Claudia Wells and Frank White, who really coined the overview effect, really interviewing all kinds of astronauts that came back from space and had the experience of looking back and seeing the Earth from space. And Jeremy Nickel, who from Evolve VR has been taking people on virtual experience meditations. Be sure to watch this one if you weren't there this morning. And Elijah Ray, who really provided an incredible musical backdrop for our experience of the overview effect. And today, the earth really is our kind of our main spotlight. So we're really sending energy to the earth, and we're really feeling our connection to the earth and really this fragile, beautiful, living being that we call our mother home. And so tonight we're going to carry the theme through into the evening. We have a presentation that Bella Gaia sent to us. And I don't know if you don't know Bella Gaia, it is a performance, a live stage performance with beautiful images from NASA and music and dancers. And they put together a little piece for us tonight as part of our connection and dropping in deeper with the earth. So let's just begin with our simple practice, and let's pulse the field throughout this entire evening of celebration, of connection, and take all the energy that we've been generating over this last month. And today, let's send a powerful pulse throughout the planet. So there's only 3 simple steps we've learned that helps us to find our way back home into that natural state of coherence. And the first one is heart-centered focus. And it's really just natural to put our hands on our hearts and to put our attention right in the center of our chest. Just shifting our focus to this heart center brings us into closer relationship to that doorway between this expression of our lives and the unified field that we share. And then the second part is heart-centered breathing. And so let's just take a minute to feel our breath moving in and out of this heart center. And as Greg was telling us in our opening session, if we slow our breath down just a little bit, it sends an immediate signal to our body that we're safe. And so heart-centered focus and heart-centered breathing begins to allow our body and our awareness to relax, but it's an active relaxation. And then the last piece is heart-centered feeling. And so let's first just evoke a feeling of gratitude. And as Greg also said in the opening session, is that we're the one species on the planet who, no matter what's happening outside of us, can choose to evoke a feeling that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on outside of us. So let's evoke a feeling of gratitude for being here together, for choosing to be a heart-centered, coherent present on the planet. It's really making a difference. Send a wave of gratitude to yourself and to each other. We've been doing some good work over this month, and it's just the beginning. And so again, the star of the show is our beautiful mother planet, and so let's send a wave of gratitude for this life, for this beautiful, living being that is our home. And let's just have this whole evening be a prayer. And to help us start that off, we're going to have our first artist, and that's going to be Manoj. We're going to play a little video first that was recorded during the full moon of a chant. And then he's going to come on and he's going to share something about that. And then he's going to take us on our journey, start us on our journey into our evening today of pulsing the planet with our love and our gratitude. And I'm really grateful that everybody is here, because we couldn't do this without each other. And when we're together like this, our capacity to generate heart-centered coherence is amplified. So, Ian, let's go ahead and bring up that beautiful video. And
Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Gamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Asatoma Satgamaya 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 Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya
Manoj.
Asatoma Satgamaya. From the falsehood to truth. Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. From the darkness to the light. Mrityurma. From the death. Amritam Gamaya. To the liberation. Thank you. Thank you. That was one of my favorite chant, Sanskrit chant that I love. And we celebrated just a couple days ago, full moon celebration, just like this. And in Nepal, um, when I was, playing music there, growing up in Kathmandu, I remember going to the full moon concert every month and playing my flute and offering that to the moon. And obviously, every different culture has a different meaning for full moon, and and of course, it's also represents the powerful feminine energy, Shakti, full moon, because the time that sun and moon just straight with each other. It's funny that I asked my daughter, because I started look really what really full moon means, and there were so many explanation. And I asked my daughter, what does it mean? Her name is Karuna. Hey, Karuna, what does full moon means to you? And she says, howling at the moon. It's like a wolf. And that made me, that's so true. It's so true. It's all about howling, that longing for that beauty. Howling. How you express your howl through your music, through your meditation, through your pulse. It's all about that longing for divine. So I'm so grateful that I could be back with you guys again and offer my howl. My howl. If you're comfortable, you can all howl right now. Yes, great. I can hear you. I can hear you. You know what I did actually in my group? I unmute all the participants and we all start to howl. It was quite experience. So silence is such a powerful entity. So all the music I have learned and studied, that all leads to silence. Because silence is the most powerful music. My phone. Let me share this beautiful words, Sanskrit words that I grew up with. And it's, I'm sure some of you know this, and it sums it all. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Please repeat with me. Loka. Loka means everything. Everything that you are part of. Loka. Samasta. Entire. Sukhino. Sukha. Sukha is ultimate peace. It's way deeper than just the happiness. Sukha. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino. That could be the mantra for you every day. That's that has a big pulse. You can send out to the people all over the world. And my own thoughts and my own actions some ways contributes to happiness for every being in this world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Loka, loka, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Peace within, peace within, peace within, peace within. For peace within, peace within, peace within, peace within. For
Thank you, Brother Manoj. You know, I love you so much. More than words could ever say.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Peace within, peace,
Peace within.
peace within.
So as we unfold this evening tonight, let's just whatever emotions rise, right? Like heart-centered feeling. Let's keep just pulsing that through our own bodies to nourish us, right? We really need that. We need these moments where we can really care for ourselves and get nourished so that we can care for others. And let's pulse the planet in every moment through these all 2 hours with this kind of peace and love and whatever feelings are invoked. Yeah, and we'll hear more from Manoj and everyone else. And right now, we're going to be going to a pre-recorded segment that was offered up by Bella Gaia. And I just want to say again, you know, Bella Gaia has been for, I think, the last 10 years, a stage performance. And if you haven't had a chance to see it live, I really hope that someday you do, because it's one of the most incredible experiences. And again, it gives us this feeling of what it's like to be out in space and getting an experience of our planet and what happens when we actually see it from this overview experience. and it's combined with beautiful music and dancers and all kinds of visual arts. And so what we're going to see is we're going to meet Kenji Williams, who's the creator of Bella Gaia. He's going to do a little opening for us. And then we're going to be playing about a 10-minute kind of Bella Gaia piece, which features Kristen Hoffman singing and one of their featured beautiful dancers. And so while we're doing that, let's just be in heart-centered focus, really with our breathing and radiating whatever emotions come up as we're watching it out into the world. And then we're going to end that segment with Rihanna Catalyst, who is the creative director, producer, tour manager, curator, many other performances. And so we're going to hear a really heartfelt expression from her. So that's what we have queued up next. Ian, let's go to that video. And this is kind of a moment where we can just relax and receive and see the exquisite beauty of this piece.
Hi everyone, my name is Kenji Williams, founder and director of Bella Gaia. I'm joining you here from Istanbul, Turkey, for the Global Coherence Pulse event. I'm very honored to be part of this, and I'm here to share Bella Gaia, which is an orbiting multimedia theatrical show that normally tours around the world. And we're currently on hold like everyone else during these times. But I am here in beautiful Istanbul, just an amazing, amazing city, amazing culture, amazing art. I'm certainly really enjoying myself here. Bella Gaia is a new form of language, a new form of communication that really speaks to our emotional intelligence. And it communicates how the earth is alive and interconnected in ways that are beyond words. We use data visualizations provided by NASA, as well as just beautiful orbiting images of the earth as if you were an astronaut. And that is how Bella Gaia started, was me meeting an astronaut, and Mike Fink is a NASA astronaut who lived on the space station. And when I met him, I asked him, what is it that changed when you went to space? And he told me how he had this amazing life-changing transformation seeing the Earth from space out the window of the space station and seeing our Earth with an atmosphere just 20 miles thick and this macro context of the Earth, this small blue ball floating in the blackness of space. And he came back to Earth with a much greater appreciation for this planet, this heaven on Earth that sustains life. And I was so inspired by Mike's message and talk with me that I was so inspired to think, how could I bring that experience, that transformative experience, to the rest of us who cannot go to space yet? And so Bella Gaia was born in that moment, and this was more than 10 years ago. It has grown beyond my wildest dreams with just such an amazing crew, including Rhiannon Catalyst, who is going to be speaking after this, and also Kristen Hoffman, our singer, who is going to be featured in the video you're about to see. And a word about global coherence. I would say coherence really comes from the inside, your inner peace. If you do not have inner peace, you don't have that foundation to make sense of the world, and that foundation of the understanding of self in order to find coherence. And right now we're certainly in a time of chaos, but also a time of fear, radical pandemic of fear, that essentially comes down to the fear of death and the propagation of that through the media. And this is not helpful for the empowerment of the individual, the empowerment of humanity. This really takes the power outside of us into a state of panic and anxiety and loss of coherence. This is exactly how you lose coherence, is fear and anxiety. And I think I would like to inspire humanity to use this as a lesson to perhaps come to greater peace with death, come to greater peace with the context of our existence. And seeing the earth from 200 miles up, this earth is so beautiful, and it is our mother, and it is eternal, and we are eternal beings as well. And so with this prayer, I want to leave you with Bella Gaia, and please enjoy, and we'll see Rhiannon after this. Thank you.
The first day or so, we all pointed to our countries. The third or fourth day, we were pointing to our continents. By the fifth day, we were aware of only one Earth.
Hello, I'm Rhiannon Catalyst, Tour and VR Manager for Bella Gaia, multidisciplinary artist, and creative director and co-producer of Purpose Earth for Peace on November 15th. You just experienced a taste of the awe and wonder of Bella Gaia, and we can't wait for you to experience the full, visceral, immersive effect live in a theater someday, as we will all share together again in time. And I hope it's helped you feel, as it has for me, how truly interconnected and interdependent we are. Touring with Bella Gaia, I've seen firsthand the incredible transformative power it has on human consciousness and people from all walks of life. I grew up in a family of artists and scientists, and I was lucky enough to experience very young how important and natural it is to merge perspectives and practices of art and science, and how essential it is to humanity's existence and survival it is that we work together across disciplines. I was fortunate enough to be taught to have compassion for all beings, that I am part of a vast, interconnected, living whole, that nurturing fascination with space and nature is deeply healing, and to know, as Carl Sagan said, that we are made of star stuff. I love knowing that I'm made of star stuff. Knowing and feeling that viscerally helps me understand my place and purpose in the universe, and carry a deep love of space, nature, and humanity with my every breath. Sharing that love, wonder, and sense of connection is my most critical mission in this world. And I know that gives humanity more hope for our shared future, because as Jacques Cousteau said, we protect what we love. Neuroscientific research has shown us that activating empathy and engaging both the right and left brain is key to learning. That we absorb not what we are taught alone through facts, but what we feel, and that drives action. Activating empathy, a sense of awe and wonder, and a sense of interconnection to the whole, also makes us more open to collaboration. Collaboration and empathy are key to solving the greatest problems we face as a planet and species. This understanding drives the constantly evolving creation of Bella Gaia by Kenji Williams. And this inspired us deeply when we created the first program for Purpose Earth, with the aim to help all feel connected to the whole and drive loving action. It all comes back to the heart. And I am so grateful to Kenji as a creator and as a friend for helping me understand that with my heart. I am so excited and so grateful for the work Global Coherence Pulse and the HeartMath Institute are co-creating with the planet at this critical time. I want to share a story with you from my adventures with Bella Gaia on the road, a story I've never shared publicly before. I had the chance to collaborate with branches of NASA to share our virtual reality experience that places you in space looking back at the planet Earth. Built with NASA data visualizations, including data from the ICESat missions and MODIS, the MODIS instrument on board the NASA's Earth Observing System, or EOS. Using technology in these creative, innovative, heart and empathy-driven ways is so powerful. And I want to share a personal story illustrating the power of merging art, science, technology, empathy, and space. I had the opportunity to share the Bella Gaia virtual reality experience, simulating the overview effect with people across the nation. I spoke with scientists who themselves had created some of the data visualizations in the experience, some of whom had never experienced VR before or seen their work applied in such artistic contexts. I spoke with an astrobiologist working with Montefiore Hospital to study and measure how virtual reality is able to reduce not only anxiety, but also pain in patients undergoing treatments. I talked to families, students, and grandparents concerned about the planet their grandchildren are inheriting. One of my most profound exchanges happened at NASA Ames, where I saw a young woman start out frightened of the feeling of floating in a void of space. She wanted to see the experience with her father. He placed the headset on her, and she was clearly afraid. She stayed glued to a chair in near paralysis, expressing deep existential fear. Then I saw an incredible transformation. With trepidation, she stepped gingerly through this artistic rendering of space, looking back at planet Earth. And soon I watched, moved and amazed, as she was dancing in space with the goggles on. I saw her overcome her fear and embrace the unknown. I watched as her fear was transformed into unbridled curiosity and wonder. I met an earth scientist who watched this transformation with me, and we ended up on the subject of trust falls. I admitted I had never done a trust fall before. Next thing I knew, I was wearing one of the headsets myself, falling backwards through space into the arms of a stranger I had just met. At a NASA research facility, we both decided this was a very important experiment to conduct. She caught me. I knew she would, but still I was surprised and proud of myself for not putting my foot behind me reflexively with fear or uncertainty. This woman, after all, was a stranger just moments before. Now, years later, she is still a trusted friend. Right now, we are experiencing the greatest uncertainty many of us have ever known. I think the act of loving, of sharing our hearts openly and having hope for the future of humanity is the greatest trust fall known to humankind. And I am falling freely through space, knowing we will catch each other, because I know the power of the human heart. And the limitless vision and expansion of consciousness that projects like Global Coherence Pulse and experiences like the Overview Effect, made democratically available to all, can help us by helping us to activate empathy, breaking through the illusion of separation, helping us to see the planet as a whole, and seeing ourselves as an intrinsic and important part of the vast, beautiful, rippling fabric of this interconnected system. Technology is allowing us to share these experiences with those who cannot yet go to space, to use them to alter pain signals in the brain, to measure their impact, to measure the impact of many wearing sensors and focusing their coherent heart energies of love, gratitude, and compassion together at once to create islands of coherence. And this is not only incredibly exciting work on the forefront of many disciplines combined, pushing scientific boundaries and building on the life's work of so many brilliant hearts and minds across many generations of thoughtful, driven, visionary humans. This is key to our collective future. This is a beautiful collective effort. Every person participating becoming a citizen scientist, working to intentionally focus love and human potential. I think this is also key to our quality of life, how we can live with a full heart, knowing how beautiful humanity is, who we are at our best, what we're capable of creating and innovating and making measurably real together. I can't imagine living without the visceral sense of being part of the vast fabric of cosmic beauty and wonder that brings tears to my eyes, evoking what I now know and understand to be the same sense experienced by those who have had the incredible opportunity to venture further and see our beautiful home from afar, the wholeness of the planet without borders. The overview effect, that state of mind, is accessible to us all. But I too have to be reminded. I have to practice to push past the myth of separation and remember that I too am an irreplaceable node and catalyst within this network. I have to actively push past fear-driven narratives and help create stories and actions of love, transformation, gratitude. We're all learning, growing, transforming, pushing, and erasing these false boundaries together. We're all working together to create the new future and world that we need to see. I am so comforted and uplifted by the knowledge that we are doing this together. I'm grateful and excited to connect with every human watching this right now. And I want you to know that I send you all love. I trust that we will all catch each other because we can, we must. We are all agents of loving change, all connected, a beautiful whole, on a shared mission, and we have what it takes to overcome our greatest obstacles. These incredible efforts will help us to see, feel, take loving action, and focus our limitless potential. We are all catalysts, all agents of loving change. I thank you all for existing and choosing love. And I'm so grateful to be connected to every one of you. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but I feel such a strong transmission from that sharing from Belagaya and from Rihanna. And I feel like let's go into just a little meditation. Let's take that energy that has been stirred up inside of us and let's do a trust fall right into the center of our own sweetheart. Let's really have the courage to dive right into the center of our being and let the love that we essentially are to catch us. We need to breathe to to let our hearts open. A trust fall right into the center of our being, which is the doorway into the unified field that we all share. And the truth is that we fall into this field over and over again with every breath. Falling into this vast field of love. And rising out of it as a unique expression of it. Let us keep falling over and over again into the arms of love. We can do this when we're joined together in a community like this. We can let go more fully. And let us imagine now that we're connected heart to heart in a circle. And we're out in space and we're surrounding our Mother Earth. One of the things the astronauts commented on, almost all of them, was just how fragile this thin layer of atmosphere is around the Earth in this immense, very violent expanse of space. And also, they really felt our wholeness, our unity, our oneness. So now, linked heart to heart, surrounding this planet, let us, for the next few minutes, send our love and our gratitude and our care to the earth and to every living thing on it. This love that we're sending, this care that we're sending is coming from the infinite field of love that is at the center of our being. Let's make a vow right now to continue to cultivate our natural state of heart-centered coherence and to be and to live in harmonious relationship. This living being that is our mother, that is our as the greatest gift that we can give to this earth, to each other, and to ourselves. And now bring your awareness back into the center of your own heart, free falling again and again and again. Every breath. And feel the bottom of your feet in the place that you're standing on this earth. And send this love through the bottom of your feet. Going right to the core of the earth, right to the heart of the earth. And let us, for the rest of this session today, allow our heartbeat and the heartbeat of the earth to be one heartbeat together. And we'll invite Marian to come in and to bring us into some music and help us to ground right here in this place of infinite love and presence.
Thank you so much, T, and to the folks at Bella Gaia. It was just gorgeous. I'm loving this music that we're hearing. So beautiful. Feeling the surrendered space of that sound. And then suddenly, we're here. And as we're exploring this beautiful notion of the earth and the expansion of sight and the heart presence that ripens in that, I was reminded of a story about the sapphire. And the legend of the sapphire is that long ago, when the glaciers were forming on planet Earth, they the sapphire sphere was contained the original song of the waters of earth, and that at a time when we would most need to remember the beauty of the sovereign song of love seated at the heart, that the glaciers would release the sapphire sphere and return that ray to us. And so I share this song, Sapphire, to connect us to that thing that happens when our hearts begin to thaw, and releasing us into the beautiful codes of the surrendered love of our own being. I saw a sapphire spinning around me, humming sounds of the glaciers forming in my frozen heart. It's melting by the warm and night, soul fire, speech light. Sapphires awaken inside of me, thunderous waters poured forth, and I feel you reviving me, the codes of a story held in the glory of the earth. A time capsule of 1,000 lives ago, so much night revealed, all of my longing I feel. Hush, don't speak a word, here in the stillness her love I saw sapphires spinning around me, shaking holy ground, and my frozen heart is melting, and I can feel it all. I can feel it. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. So sapphire, I can feel it. So sapphire, I can feel it
Hmm. Love you, Maria.
Thank you.
Maria's going to come back again. And one of the things I invited the artists that came on today is that we wanted to hear their words as well as their music. So we're going to get a little chance to hear Maria's heart as well. And I'm going to bring Cornflower on. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to do something that we haven't done. Cornflower, why don't you turn on your video and I can spotlight you. There we go. While I'm bringing Cornflower on, I am going to be bringing some of you on to the main room with us because we want to hear a little bit from you tonight. And so I know I've asked and invited a few people to do that. And so make sure you're muted if you're brought in so that you don't interrupt the music. And Cornflower, we're so excited to have you back. Cornflower is definitely just one of my favorite friends. We just met in this process, and I just love you so much. And you just keep bringing your heart and offering so much of yourself each month. So thank you for coming back, and thank you for loving us up with your music. And I'll start bringing some people into the scene with us.
Thank you so much, Teresa. And thank you, Maria, for your beautiful, beautiful serenading and the meditation. Today's pulse has just been really profound. I'm just going to drop in and share an improvisation. And so just know that you are an instrument in this music, and we co-create together with our intention and attention.
Mm. Love you, Cornflower.
Thank you.
Did you put together that link for me that I can announce tonight?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, you let me know. All right, I'm going to go to gallery view. I think I might need to cancel the spotlight on Cornflower. Can you guys see a gallery view now of some faces? Can everybody see that? So I brought on some of our friends, and I may bring up some more. We're not going to have a chance to hear from all of you, but I really wanted to get a chance for some of the voices from the field that you've been with us this whole time. Many of the people I've invited in have been coming on our breakout groups, and so I've got a chance to get to know them a little bit more. And so I'm just going to call on a few of you and just give you a chance to share what your experiences have been in the community, in the Islands of Coherence with the Pulse. And I'm going to start with an old friend of mine, Ani, who I've known. I've helped to seed a number of learning communities in the 20 years of my my life and work. And Ani's part of one of the first communities that I helped to nurture and be a part of. And that was back with Barbara Marks Hubbard and in-person community in Santa Barbara. And also we had 10 years with a global learning community with the Gateway to Conscious Evolution. So Ani, it's nice to see you, love. It's lovely to see your face here. And yeah, welcome to the Pulse.
I am so glad you have created this. And I'm in. I mean, this is it. This will take us all the way, all of the preparation we've had, all of the understandings, all of the practice of nurturing our essential selves is going to carry us forward. I'm thrilled to be in this island of coherence. Thank you, Teresa.
Ah, beautiful. Thanks, Ani. Ani's definitely been holding the flag for the longest time, right? And we knew that this moment would come. I think, Ani, we remember when we heard the quote that is part of the Islands of Coherence, is that small islands of coherence in a sea of chaos. When this moment came, this moment right now came, what would be needed most is our heart-centered coherence joined together. And that's what would shift the whole thing. So here we
Absolutely. I remember that from Portal 1 in 2000, I think 2002, if not before, well, 2001 or so, but that's the island of coherence is what I've sailed on to this moment.
Yeah.
And I'm switching everything to support this. All of my involvement to support this.
Beautiful. All right. Well, let me go next to Kadi J. You've been on us. I've loved you on the breakout groups. Would love to hear you share something about your experience.
Thank you, Teresa. It's an absolute honor to just be here with all of you. I mean, just to be here with you. And it's been an absolute blessing to have connected with each one of you throughout the last month and to have met all the amazing people that I've met through the integration sessions and to be privileged enough to watch these amazing sessions with scientists and musicians from all over. And I just feel so blessed to have been a part of it. And I'm eternally grateful to every single one of you that's out there, that's watching this, that's putting your heartfelt energy in to pulse the planet, because this is what we really need right now. We need all of us. And I'm just grateful for all of everyone. And I love you all so much love to every single one of you.
Thank you. So beautiful. Emily, I'm going to go to you. Emily Zucker, you're definitely a big fan. I know you've been on everyone. You're really active in the chats. You're always sharing your love. It seems like you're always overflowing, which I can see you are now. So you're going to have to unmute so we can hear you.
Hello. I hardly know what to say because these have been so full of love for me, just overwhelming. Like yeah, as Ani said, I've been sailing on these, like living on them pretty much, the islands of coherence on these Saturdays. It's just been beautiful to connect with all of you and all of the different types of musicians that you all are, or artists that you all are in your various ways. Like, I can't really explain it. It's just meant the world to me, though, to be here.
Mm.
I'm just so grateful. And to have all of you, I feel like, I don't know, there's all these different areas of my life that are now kind of coming together and weaving together, and it like started here. And so I'm so grateful for that like kickstart in that direction. It's just been beautiful, and thank you all so much. Mwah.
Thank you, Emily. Beautiful. Thanks for coming on and being on all the sessions with us. Karina, you look beautiful. Thank you for coming on, and love to hear from you.
Hi. Well, like she said, it's hard to sum it up into one thing, but I was thinking about how we started with the quantum level, Nassim and Ben and Greg, and then all the way today to the overview effect. And I think that that's kind of what has happened, is it we got the real solid foundation, and we just kept building, and it was safe. It was safe all along to keep taking those step by steps that we felt safe to go all the way off planet today, and we knew we'd be safe. And I love the network that all this, I have such an expanded network now of people that I know, between the speakers and the musicians and the people that I met. I think it also, it's a result, or it's evidence. It validates, that the network is real. I feel really confident that I can trust this bodysuit to tell me and remind me what I'm feeding the field with. So I think that this has been a really great reminder that every single moment we're affecting everybody, and it's our responsibility to know what we're feeding the field with, and our bodies is what's going to tell us that. So thank you for including me in this. I really got so much out of it. I love you. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Karina. Beautiful. How about you, John? Can we go to you next?
Yeah. Hello. What to say?
Oh, I think John Watt's going to speak first, and then we'll go to you, John, the other John. Go ahead, John. Do you have a camera? Do you have a camera so we can see your face, John?
Not at the moment, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and say something.
Thank you for the invitations. It's been wonderful. It's been a complete focus for me on Saturday. Everything else gets put aside. Saturday is my day. And having been a HeartMath participant for many years, it's a wonderful place to come and be with others and see that I'm not alone in this mountain community out in the remote area. And thank you, Teresa. We have met personally before, and it's great to see you doing this and continuing, yes. Blessings to all.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Great. All righty, let's hear from the other John.
Okay. For me, a lot of what we've been going over for the last month has been very new to me. And being a middle-aged white guy, it's really been so valuable to me to hear all of the different perspectives, the different cultures, the different experiences that people are bringing to all of this. It's just been really beautiful to see and be part of.
Thank you, John. We love having you on. Let's take a few more. How about Sophie? Sophie was with us this morning. It's late where you are now, huh, Sophie?
It's actually just an hour ahead of Pacific, but it's dark early here because being so close to the equator.
Yeah.
Oh, just so many things come to my heart. I love when you were giving the recap how I felt like I started with my earth heart with Greg, and then today finished with my cosmic heart with Frank. I also love how I really know that I have imagined this space, and it's really amazing to see it in reality. To be connected to such a high creative power in the midst of what it is that we're moving through right now, and especially having a heightened level of excitement, which can be quite daunting right now, but I just feel so excited. I just feel so excited for life, for all the beautiful art that I got connected to, the music, the visuals, the people, the humans, the human hearts, the cosmic hearts. It's just been amazing. And along to, I think what John was saying, I, even in the midst of where I live, which I could easily be out in nature and be in silence, I chose every time on Saturday to connect to the Global Coherence Pulse, and I was very devoted to it. So I feel like this is my reward. So thank you. Yeah.
I love it. We've heard that from a lot of people, like, this has become my place, like, let's keep going. And you'll know we are going to keep going. We did do once a month, and then we did this intensive because we felt like what was really important was that we needed to kind of get solid in our commitment to cultivation, right? And that happens when there's a consistency. And once we have that consistency, then we say, yes, this is the practice I want to be in. And then we're more likely to continue that. So we did this intensive for a very important reason, right? And now we're going to continue. And I think that one of the things we're going to do, we'll do broadcasts like this, right? Where we bring on our artists and we bring in guests, but we're also going to do the breakout groups with simple meditations several times a month, right? Because that's a really important part of it, is us coming together. This is what a breakout group looks like, is all these little faces. We all get to connect with each other. We get to have some deeper conversations. We really get to connect with our tribe. So we hope that after this session tonight, you come on the breakout group. We'll put a link in the chat for you. So Tanya, I'm going to go to you next. Tanya, she's always on the breakouts with us with her big giant smile and her happy disposition. And we love having you. Another big fan.
As soon as you said my name, I started giggling. I couldn't help myself.
Happens every time, Tanya.
You know, the thing that I've taken away from this, I mean, there's so many things I've taken away from this. I can't list them all. My brain's not big enough to hold them at this moment. But I can tell you that the amount of love that I felt every single Saturday, it's why we keep coming back. Me, I'm sure everybody else is like that too. And not just the amount of love that we are sharing, but how many people have said just today alone how alone they felt before they started doing this. And this coming together, even with those of us that have been practiced for a long time compared to those that have not been practicing for a long time, even we feel alone sometimes. I've always found it hard to find people that I could relate to. Most people think I'm weird or a hippie. And I don't care, but it's nice to have somebody else I can talk to that understands what I'm saying. And I think that's awesome. So this is something I'm looking forward to participating in every time it happens.
Thank you, love. It's always great to have you. Your energy is really infectious. I'm going to go to some music next, and then we'll come back and we'll hear from a few other people before we close out. But I'm going to bring Manoj on, because we need to hear a little bit more from him, don't we? A little bit more music.
Oh, yeah.
So Manoj, if you'll turn on your video, I'll go ahead and spotlight you. There he is.
Here I am, guys. Wow, thank
Spotlighted.
you. Thank you so much. I mean, it's so nice to see you all actually. And, you know, yeah, it's beautiful to hear you share.
Mm.
You know, otherwise it gets just one way, which sometimes it gets a little boring. So it's nice. And yes, I want to namaste to you all. You know, even though I don't know personally, but in a way, in the heart center, in heart way, I know you, exactly who you are. And it's beautiful, beautiful. I'll play a little bit of flute. You know, that's my main instrument. And, you know, we talk about love so much, but at the same time, love is it's so hard to explain love. There's no explanation for love. And that's why I think I started playing flute. I was trying to, looking for the meaning of love. And I put my heart into it. So I'll play a little bit for you. Okay, let me see if I can play a track behind. Voila. Oh. Teresa, okay, now let me do that. Can I, Teresa, can I share my track behind? Somehow it's not letting me do that. Can I share screen while other participants are sharing the screen?
Yeah, I wonder, you should be able to share. Try again.
Let's keep saying that.
Who can share? All panelists. All panelists. There we go. Try again.
Okay, no.
All right, good.
Okay, good. Teresa is sharing computer sound. So, but I would like to share my sound. So I'll go ahead and share my sound. Yeah, this is something that I just put together. You know, just something soothes the soul. All right, let's go, and I go to right to my. There we go. Hear the music. A little journey to the heart space there. You know, I can keep going. You know, that's the other thing. Although I don't want to take too much time.
Let's all send Manoj some of our just total love and blessings. We love you so much. We love you so much.
Yes, I can feel it. Look, that's, you know, the sun.
I know.
It's shining right now through the window. And it's the same sun that came to you. And it came to me now. Isn't that amazing? That really makes it. That proves that the earth is round, no?
Yes.
Is that right?
That proves that it's round. Yeah. Well, let's keep going with some music. We got Cornflower, and we're going to take a little time with Cornflower because he probably has some things to share with us too, besides just his music, and really wanted him to have an opportunity to do that. And we go to 6:15, so we have plenty of time for Cornflower and Maria to share, and a few more words from our group. Okay? So.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah, Cornflower, so you sound great.
Oh, lovely. I think I can't hear myself. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
The joy of in-ear monitors. Thank you all so much. It's been probably the greatest gift of 2020, being called in to be a part of this global coherence pulse. And with regards to the overview effect, I was contemplating when I first really thought about the Earth from that expanded perspective, from a heliocentric, galactic-centric perspective. And it was through my mentor, Jose Arguelles, who I was blessed to study with and meditate with, and he became a dear friend of mine. And one of the things that he was talking about was when, I can't remember the exact year, but it was in the early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, and that first color photo, I believe it was Apollo 17, that sent back a photo of the whole Earth. And he was a professor at Davis, California at the time, and he called upon his students to co-create an event to have the perspective of the whole Earth, and it was what began the Whole Earth Festival, which was the precursor to Earth Day. And he spoke to this whole Earth moment where we really expanded our awareness of who we really are and how transformative it was for him and then for everyone to really see ourselves from that view. And I know for myself, whenever I'm a visionary, imaginal cell kind of guy. I really my imagination is so expansive and powerful. And one of the things that I've learned in my time here is how important it is to hold an anchor in where we are physically, in our bodies, in time and space, as we project ourselves out with these greater understandings and awareness of where we actually are in a grander perspective. And that has helped me embody more wholly the spiritual practices and studies I've done since my late teens, early 20s. And I think before I'd gotten caught up too much in the mind and seeing from that third eye, that I had become ungrounded. And one of the powerful things I've gained from this global coherence pulse is how holistic and holonomic this science is, that it is directly grounded in the heart, in the center of our being, of our physical body. And also expanding that awareness out, that how big our broadcast actually is, just our individual being, what expansive broadcast we emit, and how powerful we are, especially when we are consciously aware and breathing into that understanding, the wholeness of ourselves embodied. And anyway, that was when Teresa asked me to share a little bit. That was what really rose up in my heart, was that it feels like we're just now beginning. These ideas started to spread, in different pockets of around the world, but it feels like collectively, as a global community, our collective agreement of who we are and where we are it's like we're coalescing around this understanding. And it's profound when a collective agreement shifts. You see, what they call the 100th monkey. You really can see that manifest suddenly, and it can happen through media. You'll see things that you were discussing in these programs all of a sudden being talked about on mainstream news or in movies and television and music. And anyway, I just wanted to contemplate how far we've come, and yet we're just getting started, and how profound it is to be a soul embodied, remembering, and then connecting in a group, remembering together. It gives me chill bumps. And I would love to just drop into this song. It's called With All Things, and I hope you enjoy it. And I don't know how long I've been speaking for, so I'll try to keep it to 5 minutes.
Don't worry, you're all fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you all so much. There was someone speaking in the group participation earlier. I think a lot of us have felt like maybe not outcast, but just we haven't fit in, and that was my reality growing up. And it wasn't until I moved out to Ashland, Oregon, which is where I'm beaming from, that I think I really found my home of people who communicated on this scale and on this level. And anyway, this song really resonates with that understanding of that reality when we realize that we're all one together. So here we go with all things.
we're born into this world. Oh, we're born into the sacred spiral. It's open wide, open up and dive deep inside. With all things I am one. 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 With all things I
Sending you so much love, Cornflower. Take it
Thank you.
in.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Yeah, thank you too.
I got that link together.
Okay, great. So
Um,
I'm gonna ask for a couple of things right now, and I'm also gonna bring on one more of our community, and then we're gonna get to Maria, and she's gonna take us out with some of her words of wisdom and a beautiful song. But I'm gonna first bring on Judy, who's part of our group, and I'm gonna put a link in the chat that Judy's gonna say something about, and it is one about if you're inspired by what we're doing with the Global Coherence Pulse, that you can contribute so we can keep doing this. And then we have a special offering tonight because we're going to give Cornflower a hand as well. So we'll come to that after we hear from Judy.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say how much this was just way more than I ever thought it would be. And I've been really lonely and depressed, and I really had given up on ever finding any tribe, so to speak. And years ago, somebody told me about HeartMath, and I liked the idea, but I never did anything about it. And on July 31st, the idea of HeartMath popped into my head, and I thought, well, I wonder what they're doing, you know, and I went to the website and I found out that, tomorrow they're doing this thing, you know. So I signed up, and I've been here ever since. I've attended all of the things, and it's just been wonderful. I'm not depressed anymore, and I've always had, you know, some struggle with doing meditation. I mean, I benefited from it. I know it's good, but it's sort of like, yeah, I'll get around to it, you know. But for this to like just know people are there waiting, that's just so wonderful, and that we're doing it together. It's really been a big uplift, and I'm in awe of the fact that this was still put on in spite of the fact of the fires. And I know that, I know these things are expensive to put on anyway, and I'm sure there were more expenses due to the fact of the fire and, you know, not being able to be in their building and people relocating and all of that. So I have made a donation, and I really hope that everyone here will give something. I'm sure that even a small amount would be happily received. So that's what I wanted to share. And thanks, everybody. I'm so glad you're there.
Thanks, Judy. Appreciate, love you. I'm so glad. And Cornflower, I'm going to spotlight your video because so Cornflower came on and his computer broke down today. And I said to him, like, put together a link, Cornflower, and I'm going to be the first person, and I'm going to give you $100 because I want Cornflower to keep playing music, right? So Cornflower, I want you to put the link in, and I want you guys to grab the link, whether if you can contribute, contribute. And if you can't contribute, send it to your friends and say, this guy's music really needs to be supported. We need to get him a computer. And let's all give what we can. And Cornflower will keep on playing music, and we'll keep on bringing him back in here to play with us. So Cornflower, we're ready for your link. I think you sent it to me privately.
Yeah,
and that's
I
not
just
gonna
I just
help.
realized that. So here's my links page, and at the top of the links page, the first image says support Cornflower, and if you click that, it will take you to my GoFundMe that I just set up. And yeah, it's been a challenge with COVID and having all of my gigs canceled, and you know, most of the gigs I've been doing have been by donation only. And so any support and any way you can help me replenish and get a new computer is such a gift. And I just again, it's been just the highest honor to get to contribute to these events here, and I'm so grateful for Teresa and the whole team that has helped make this possible. Ian and Claudia and so many people behind the scenes, Penny, and yeah, thank you all for joining and being a part of this incredible experiment and intensive with the Islands of Coherence. And yeah, truly grateful for all of your support. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Cornflower. So we'll keep spreading the word, and we'll get you that computer. And you know, everybody comes on here and they're donating their time, which is pretty amazing. And we're all doing the best we can. So I think when we take the energy and resources and time that's flowing in our lives and we put them into the things that are making a difference for us, that's when we create the new world. So I want to say one thank you, and let's see if she's gonna. Penny, would you turn on your camera? There she is. I just am going to spotlight Penny's video for a second. Penny's the one, if you have been sending anything in because you have a problem or you need something or you get a communication, this is the girl who has been taking care of you with so much love. And I just want us all to send Penny just so much gratitude and love for all that she's been doing. I mean, Penny's the best, and she does it with such sweetness. Even when we're a little cranky, she's sweet right back. It's amazing.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you.
We love you.
We love you all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so I am just going to put a link in the chat for our breakout group if you want to come on afterwards. And then I'm turning this over to Maria. And Maria, take your time. Don't rush. I wanted to hear Maria's beautiful words as well as have her take us out with the song. And I don't think anybody's in a hurry to run away and not be able to receive you. And I also want to send some special love to your grandma and to your family. I've really, really been thinking about you. Her grandma passed yesterday, and we were talking about the lineage of women. And I just feel her potency in the field inside you. And I just didn't want to not speak about that and just give you so much love. Yeah, Grandma.
Honoring Grandma Josephine, Trifolo, Moscato, Louise, passing through the rainbow portal, and just a quick tune for her to send her even further on. They say that every time someone we love passes, that we enter the bardo slightly with them because of our energetic and emotional ties, that every time we think of a beautiful thought of gratitude, we put hot air in their hot air balloon that helps them send them through. So I sent this song just in this global pulse, a quick run through this song, Lineage. Lineage, 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 lineage. As I dance on the spiral through the passage of these rites, with the wisdom of the cycle and the mother blood that gives me life, in the waking of her daughters and the bearing of these bones through the birthing waters. Where I find myself reborn, I honor my lineage. Just honoring the lineages of all of us here, our beautiful, healthy and well ancestors that have our backs always, and for the future ancestors that are all kind of knocking on the door, helping us get organized down here so they can have a gentle way through, and really feeling the ancestors and the lineage of our souls, the lineage of star beings that are so here with us on Earth. And just as we've been coalescing around this beautiful global coherence prayer, and similar, you know, just a couple weeks ago when I was on, all the way through this week, the things that were generated here, the words that were spoken, the images that were received, the prayers that were held, have been leading me through the days with just a stronger magnetism towards that center point. And so it's an honor to share that center space with you as we all find each other back to the center. So I just want to do a small calling in of that tone, that center tone, the center of our hearts, that tone of coherence, that original song from which we are all born, from which all things rise and all things fade back and forth, all the way through time and space to the edges of infinity and all the way to this present now. May we sing a tone here to encapsulate all that we've generated here, all that we've learned, all that we've remembered and reconnected with, all that cohere and see together in this tone to the center. Taking a deep breath in. And as we raise our voices in prayer, in communion with the collective vision of coherence, may we remember how powerful light, sound, movement, all together congruently truly is. May we remember and recommit and reconnect to the power of our own voice to drop us right into our body at any moment. Taking another deep breath into that, back to the heart, to the center. And as I've been listening today and musing on the power of the one song, that one tone that sings through it all, and the power of the echo of memory that comes in waves of reunion and bliss and ecstasy and sorrow and grief, and feeling into the love song, that great love song with the beloved, with creation. So this is a song called Echo, and it speaks to that divine love song and what's possible when we're remembering it and singing it backwards and forwards, and this echo of love, with every love that we've ever had, that holds the prayer for the beauty way to be walked. And so calling upon the memory of all of the loves that we've ever shared that prayer with, backwards and forwards through time, to come sing that song with us here. I want to be a creature in your night, feral and forgiving of the way we lovers sweat and start to smell of earth, of soil in the breeze. All along I'll wish for you to sing into the depths of me. I want to be the echo of your voice as you call into the canyons just to see how far it travels. I bet we could go distances beyond what our telescopes have seen to our most lucid dreams. motion, ecstasy and greatest heights. Circle where we meet our maker, pulsing waves, light, shaking, woven bodies holding presence as they sort through all the sights. All the lights. We hold 'em tight to the night. We holding tight to the echo. We were walking in a distant world, crystalline and clear. Not a soul dared to enter through the sacred arcs where you were holding a golden spell. Inside we caught a glimpse to a broken realm where prayers were answered slowly. Lifetimes too late, we were singing from the softness of a heart that wanted none of it. We yearned for understanding of why things come undone. And on that night we made a vow to sing for all the unsung. In worlds of stars exploding, underwater in slow motion, ecstasy and greatest heights. Circle around eternal moments where we meet our maker. Pulsing waves, light, shaking, woven bodies holding presence as they sort through all the sights. All the lights. We hold 'em tight to the night. We hold 'em tight to the echo. I wanna be a symbol in your dream, to dance upon those threads, spelling notes with every step, and you could play them through a tiny music box, spilling out these holographic sounds from the mountain tops. Everyone could hear the prayer we made under the moon. I blew upon your forehead so you knew that I was true. And when the wind blows now, you'll feel me and remember. Waterfalls of diamonds pour into our sweet surrender. In worlds of stars exploding, underwater in slow motion, ecstasy and greatest heights. Circle around eternal moments where we meet our maker. Pulsing waves, light, shaking, woven bodies holding presence as we sort through all the sights. All the lights. We hold 'em tight to the night. We holding tight to the echo. We hold 'em tight to the echo. We hold 'em tight. I wanna be a creature in your night. The way we love our sweat, hold me tight. And everyone could hear, hold me tight. Hold me. I'm just feeling all of the echoes of love coming back to you, coming back to meet you right here. From everywhere you've ever spoken true love into existence, may it return tenfold to your heart right now as we bring all of this magic right back home to the center with one final tone.
Thank you so much, beautiful Maria.
Thank you
Your
so
voice
much.
is just like an angel. So beautiful, and sending so much love to your grandma and your family and to the lineage. I saw that touch so many people. Yeah, so beautiful. Thank you. I'm gonna go on gallery view one more time. So if you're on camera, pull your cameras out so we can see everyone and we can say thank you. Thank you to Bella Gaia. Was that extraordinary? Kenji and Rihanna and Kristen Hoffman and her beautiful voice. That was just extraordinary. I was teary-eyed at that, seeing those beautiful images, and I hope we all get to go and see Bella Gaia in person. It's extraordinary. I had that once in my life, and we should all do it again. Saturday Night Live is happening right now. If you haven't done that before, I'll put a link in the chat. And tomorrow, Coherence Hotspot has something every Sunday, so you can kind of continue to go. And I put a link in the chat if you want to come into our breakout group and hang out just a little bit longer. We'll be there. So I'm going to put 2 more links in the chat for you just right now. Saturday Night Alive. These are partner organizations of ours that are doing beautiful work, and you can just keep staying in the energy, and we'll see you in the breakout group if you'd like to come. So Cornflower, Manoj, Maria, everyone, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, T. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all.
Namaste.
I'm going to read the bill.
Ah, yes. More to come, more to come. See you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Namaste.
Namaste.